When you're healthy, you have all the time, all the goals, all the dreams. When you're unhealthy, you just focus on one thing. What's that one thing? You're focused on getting out of pain. Everything you do focuses on that. You're starting to take drugs. You're starting to take pills, right? You have to go see the doctors a bunch of times. That all takes time. So it's not that you don't have time to take care of your health. You're not making it a priority. Doesn't that affect how you move with your transactions? Doesn't that affect how quick you're able to sell a home? How many homes you can show in a day? How many appointments you can go in a day? How many phone calls you can make in a day? How many one-on-one conversations with a team member you can make in a day? If you don't have the energy, it's probably going to slow you down. So when we take care of our body takes care of us. When you have energy, you're more positive. When you're more positive, you attract more people. When you attract more people, you have more opportunity. When you have more opportunity, you can help more people. When you can help more people, you can make more money. One of the things that when we start getting social, we start sharing, I think it's really important because social media is super important for you to build your brand, but it's also super important for us to connect with people. Because when people get online with me, right, like on a Zoom call or a phone call, they go, damn, bro, like you are authentically who you come out at, like online as you are in real life. Like you are the same dude. And that really, like that's really important for me because I want you guys to know that I'm not on an oxygen tank, but I'm on this like biohacking device right here that I literally have carried all over the world with me that helps with cellular regeneration, right? It makes you, it's an anti-aging, biohacking, energy-saving, body cleansing, the Nano V by ENG3. I've actually interviewed the founder of the company, the president, pretty badass woman, and it helps you regenerate cells. Well, why would that matter? Like, what is this thing that you're wearing? Well, this is called a Healy. It's a frequency device, and this little coil thing right on the back, it actually has like a magnetic thing where it's sending different frequencies. So right now I'm doing muscle harmony because my body's a little sore, so I'm doing what's called a muscle harmony, right? So I'm doing all these biohacks. I got a hyperbaric chamber here that's in my bedroom. I traveled with a red light here. I have the Normatec compression boots. Why do you have all these things, Vikram? Well, in our world of real estate, being productive and being healthy are not necessarily in sync. Agents say, I don't have time to be healthy. Well, if you're sitting at your desk and you're doing a bunch of admin work, right, which you should be doing for like an hour a day max, maybe two if you're super busy, or maybe you have a new listing, but if you have a system for how you bring on a listing, if you have a process for how you bring on a listing, if you have a process that you just write down one time and then you add to it, right, that's how you create a system. You just grab your pen and paper, you're like, here's what I did today, bap, 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 then you throw it into a Google Doc, and then you label it listing process. That's how you create a listing process. And then every time you get a listing, you know who to call for photos, who to call for staging, who to call for X, who's your backup for this, who's your backup for that, who's your cleaner, who's your pressure washer, who's your window person. And you just have your list. And when you bring on a listing, it takes you a fraction of the time to share that with other people. Right? That's how you create a process, right? That's how we become organized. It's just writing things down, putting it in a Google Doc, and then saving it under like a tab, right? Put a bookmark folder, save it under a tab, and put like listing process, buyer process, right? And then once you do it enough times, the repetition kicks in. You're like, okay, I know exactly who to call. Now, if you have a physical office or you're working from home, I would put that all into called the listing buyer, the binder, the buyer binder. Let me go back to why I believe health is so crucial in real estate. And why do you need to do things like, over in the corner, I have what's called the X3 bar. It's a 15-minute workout, banded workout where the founder, John Jaquish, who also was the founder of the technology behind OsteoStrong, a franchise that I used to own with my pops, where we build strength and muscles and bone density, which is super important, especially for somebody who was at 37 years old diagnosed with osteopenia. Like super important that I start to take care of these things. Otherwise, if I don't do it in my 30s and 40s, when I get to the 60s and 70s, it's just too late, y'all. It's hard to reverse into the 60s and 70s. So let's go back to why all of these things matter and why everything is a stackable, right? We want to stack while we're doing things. When you're learning, you should be listening to this on the treadmill or on your bike or in the car, right? So when you're healthy, you have all the time in the world. When you're unhealthy, You're just focused on one thing. When you're healthy, you have all the time, all the goals, all the dreams. When you're unhealthy, you just focus on one thing. What's that one thing? Put in the comments below. Yeah, you're focused on getting healthy. You're focused on getting out of pain. You're focused how to not have the diabetes. Everything you do focuses on that. You're starting to take drugs. You're starting to take pills, right? You have to go see the doctors a bunch of times. That all takes time. So it's not that you don't have time to take care of your health. You're not making it a priority. Eating clean diet, right? No processed food, no sugar, right? Get rid of the shitty Starbucks. Yes, it's a horrible company. Get rid of them. Their breakfast coffee has become now a 3,000 calorie, 800 gram sugar overload. No wonder you crash. Their beans are pretty moldy. Like, they're not a great company, but they're everywhere, so they're convenient. We have to learn to become a little inconvenienced in things. So let's go back. Why do we have all of this stuff here? Why do I have a hyperbaric chamber? Why do I have this X3 bar band workout that I can do in 15 minutes and get an insanely better workout than most people will get after an hour in the gym? Why do I have this Nano V to help with my cellular energy? Why do I have this frequency device that I can plug in different things, right? Some days I'm depressed, I'm sad, it's hard. Business is hard. There's a thing called positive thoughts I put on here, and 15 minutes into the positive thoughts, I'm like rocking and rolling. Why do I have all this stuff that I can stack and do it more efficiently, right? Like I'm doing my podcast with you guys, breathing my stuff. If you watch the RE Agent podcast with my buddy Cody May, right, where we interview other agents, other people that are helping agents grow their businesses, we talk to people all day Friday. I'll have this guy in for 45 minutes. People are like, are you on oxygen? I'm like, nah, I just need a little pick me up, right? So I'll do 15 minutes, I'll take it off, then I'll come back. The next podcast, 3 hours later, I'll put it back in, little pick me up, right? People are like, are you dying of, like, what's going on? Why do you have an oxygen tank in your house? No. It's a biohack device. It's a health device. So if you're not healthy, you have one goal. It's to survive. If you're slow and sluggish, if it's hard to get out of bed in the morning, if it's hard to fall asleep, if you're tossing and turning all night long, right? If you're slow, if it's hard to get upstairs because you're overweight or you're in pain, right? Doesn't that affect how you move with your transactions? Doesn't that affect how quick you're able to sell a home? How many homes you can show in a day, how many appointments you can go in a day, how many phone calls you can make in a day, how many one-on-one conversations with a team member you can make in a day, how many conversations with somebody that maybe wants to come and join your network if you're at one of these cloud brokerages like I'm at Real. And maybe they want to see, hey, why is it so better? Why is it better there than maybe my other brokerage, which is, more traditional? What are you guys doing differently? If you can't have the energy, if you don't have the energy, right? If it's hard to breathe, it's probably going to slow you down. So when we take care of our body takes care of us. When you take care of your car, what does your car do? It takes care of you. It gets you to where you want to go. When you clean your car, how do you feel when you get in, right? One of the things I love getting into is a clean, fresh, crisp linen bed, right? I'm not like steaming my bed like I did in our listings. Like that would be great. I look forward to the point where I have somebody full-time living in the house, and every day when I get out, they come, I like to make my own bed, but they come in and they steam the sheets. And when I get in, it looks like the Four Seasons, right? Not quite there yet, but working to that. That's a dream, that she walks around with a steamer and she steams my sheets. So when I get in, it's just crisp. That's a goal. But when you're healthy, you have energy. When you have energy, you're more positive. When you're more positive, you attract more people. When you attract more people, you have more opportunity. When you have more opportunity, you can help more people. When you can help more people, you can make more money, right? Making money should be the last thing your focus is on. It's how do I help more people? How do I help more people buy and sell real estate? How do I help more people learn how to be healthy? How do I help more people be positive? How do I help more people get out of their traditional brokerage that's costing them $16,000 to $20,000 a year and they don't even get a website out of it? They get a base CRM. How do I help people create long-term wealth? Like, I paid in hundreds of thousands of dollars to my brokerages, right? 5 years after I'm out, they've never sent me a check. They've never given me a, hey, Vic, great job. Thanks so much for being here. We appreciate all the training you offered our brokers. We appreciate that you used to talk to our other brokers about Zillow and online leads and how to convert them. And you shared how you did open houses, and you shared your frameworks for calling leads back. And you shared, so thank you so much for helping our brokers. Not gotten a single thing. I don't need an attaboy, good job, but it'd be nice if like all the help that I did for them. Or, hey, Vic, there's a person that's, in your age group. He's kind of a little bit more like you, a little bit more out there with social media. Do you mind if we have him talk to you about why you joined our company? Yeah, no worries. 45-minute conversation or a lunch, right? Typically, I would pay for the lunch. They didn't pay me for the lunch. They didn't reimburse me. Person comes over to the company, high five. They get the corner office. I'm still in a shoebox paying. I didn't get anything out of it. Right? But if I don't have the energy to attract people and do these videos, and these videos take energy, right? If like I'm not feeling good, if I'm mentally distraught, I don't want to get in front of a camera and talk. Health is your paycheck. The wealthiest people I know all take care of their health. They all take care of their health. They all have home gyms. They all have, a routine they follow. Some take cold showers, some don't. Some do IVs, some don't. But they're always trying to be healthy, right? They start looking at their diet. Okay, what am I eating? What am I putting in? What's the fuel? In my Mercedes, I put in 91. Why am I putting not even the low grade products into my body? They start cleaning up the sugar that they're eating. They start seeing different doctors that are more into the wellness aspect, not into like the treating, but they're more into the prevention, right? Like we talk about objection prevention in our courses. Well, same thing here. How do we prevent you going to the doctor? So I know this is a little bit of a different video that we're doing today, but to me, wealth is defined as being able to do what you want, when you want, where you want, with who you want, however many times you want. And if you're not healthy, you might have the ability to do everything, but you're not gonna want to because you're like, it's hard to leave the house. I don't feel good. I don't want to. I don't have the energy. I'm exhausted. Every time I take a breath, right? I don't want to go to a beach because I'm embarrassed by my body. I don't want to take my shirt off at a beach. So I don't want to go enjoy what I thought I would do when I finally made $100,000, $200,000, $500,000, $1 million, $2 million a year. You don't want to do that stuff anymore because you don't feel good. So if you guys ever have questions about like the biohacking things that I do, like this I can get you a link to. It's a pretty interesting device, right? Like pretty interesting device. This would be the only thing that I could actually sell. Everything else, like I just like to talk about it. So if you wanted me to do a video on the Nano V, right, this breathing thing, if you want me to do a video on the X3 bar, if you want me to do a video more on any of that stuff, just put it in the comments below. Let me know what you want. And if you're interested in figuring out like, hey, why did this guy that sold $250 million worth of real estate leave the industry, do a bunch of other stuff, circle back into the industry, and now promotes this company called Real? And like, why might it be a good fit for all of us? Like, it possibly help you grow your business. It could possibly help you grow your long-term wealth. It could possibly help you get out of the rat race of one more commission, because maybe you don't, maybe you love selling homes, but you don't want to sell 5 homes a month, right? Maybe that's not your goal, but maybe you want to be the person that's out there like helping other people, but you don't want to have a traditional team structure, but you still want to help other agents, and you want to share and have cohesiveness and collaboration and alignment, but you don't want to have like an admin staff and a transaction coordinator or marketing and all the things that go in with having a team. I've had them before. They're very wonderful, but they're very expensive, very time consuming. You don't want to have to train brand new agents, but you want to work with other agents that are in a similar space as you. I'll drop in the link below, and you can just book a time on my calendar. We could talk about how your wealth strategy plan, because in real estate, people talk about your next sale, but nobody talks about like your wealth strategy, right? And so yes, sales are important, and I'm a sales trainer, right? I'm working with Jeremy Miner over at 7th Level, training NEPQ to my clients, right? I'm a licensed trainer with them, but it's not always about the next sale, right? Jeremy Miner owns a ton of real estate. Sharon Srivastava, the president of Real, ton of real estate. It's not about making the next sale. It's not about attracting the next agent. It's about how do we get money for doing work today that we love and we have the energy and still get paid years down the road. Anyways, I love you so much. I appreciate you. If you got any value, right, just a little social currency, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share this video with a friend that maybe not prioritize their health the way that maybe they should have, and maybe they need to hear it from somebody else, right? Subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram, Coach Vikram Diol, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out, baby.